Don't feel like colouring? Today I have the perfect solution for you. Hi there, it's Therese from Lost in Paper. Welcome back. Altenew have a new release and I've got this kind reminders stamp set, and it has 3 big beautiful flowers in it as well as some fun sentiments. There's a coordinating die set, but best of all, one of the new simple colouring stencils. And this stencil can be used for 2 of the flowers out of the set, and I'm going to show you how to colour without colouring today. So I've stamped out the 2 flowers that are on the stencil here. I'm just going to show you how I coloured one of them. This is really easy to use. These stencils are so easy and really quick to use as well. I have used my Obsidian black ink, which is a fairly fast drying pigment ink, and once I had the stamps stamped out, it was really easy to work out which portion of the stencils I needed to use. The hardest thing is choosing the colours that you want to use, because there are so many awesome colours to choose from Altenew. But I decided to use the Cherry Blossom set of inks, so these are all the beautiful bright pinks. Now, one thing to be aware of is that these stencils, the cutouts are quite close to each other. So how I've got around that here is I've added post-it notes around the actual flower, covering the holes that are in the stencil so that I don't accidentally colour over the other portions of my image or on the card front if I'm actually stamping directly onto that. So the second layer, so I've used the pale pink here, which is the pink diamond, and the second colour that I'm using is the razzleberry. So this is my shading colour, and I can tell that this is the portion of the stencil I need to use because there is less exposed cutout and it's a bit more intricate. Really easy to line up, gotta say. And really easy to add colour with the ink blending tool here from Altenew as well. I didn't bother cleaning my blending tool in between because I'd used the light colour first, and then because I'm coming in with the darker colour now, it was the same family of colours. It wasn't going to affect the colour, but if you were worried about that, then you can certainly clean it off on a bit of, just on some paper towel from the kitchen. Works beautifully. I don't bother washing mine. I usually just rub it on the paper towel until the colour comes away. And to clean the stencil, I'm going to use just a clean cloth like a chamois, or even you could just use a microfiber cloth. You just need to be gentle on those intricate portions of the stencil. So I'm going to do my green leaves now, and I have shouted myself some new post-it notes, and that's purely because I didn't want to transfer the pinks, because this is a fairly large blending tool. I didn't want to transfer the pink ink that I had on the previous post-it notes, so I didn't like the bamboo. It was a bit too light, so I actually came in and added the parrot colour instead, which I much preferred. I'm just doing the same technique over and over. I'm layering up each section of the flower has a coordinating piece of the stencil. So obviously the wider portion goes at the bottom, it's the lighter colour, and then the darker portion, the shadow portion, is going to be more intricate. They are really easy to use. I did both the flowers. I'm not going to show you both. The second one I did in a darker pink though, and that was with the Pinkalicious and the Rubellite. And the leaf here, I added the shading with the moss. And how pretty is that green? And they will dry a little bit lighter as well. And I'm going to die cut these out with the coordinating dies, and then I've also cut the larger flower out, and this is a piece of pale grey cardstock. It's cut smaller than the card front, and what I've done is die cut the piece out because I want to inlay this image, and to do that I've got a piece of just copy paper that I've added some glue tape to, and then I just adhered that to the back, and that just gives me something to adhere the flower to, and that's going to make the image the same height as the pale grey cardstock. I can just pop it in like a jigsaw puzzle piece. The image, no, it's the sentiment that I'm going to be using today, comes from the Delicate Flower Bed set. I've white heat embossed it on some jet black cardstock, and then I'm going to use the Featured Sentiments die set to cut this out. These dice, I'm using them all the time, and I can use them on so many of the different sentiments that I already own. They're great lengths and widths. There's 2 different widths in the pack as well. And I'm just going to assemble my card now. And of course, did I mention that this is part of a hop? I have some more cards at my blog, as well as the link to everyone else's posts, and you can see what other inspiration all the other people from the design teams and the guest designers have made. There's always so much inspiration on these hops. I love hopping along and seeing what everyone else has done with these supplies from Altenew. Oh, here's a bonus tip. I didn't have my stencil lined up perfectly here, so just grab a coordinating pencil and fill in the gaps. No one will ever know. Alright, click on the thumbs up button if you did enjoy today's video. If you haven't already, I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my channel. Till next time, happy paper crafting. Bye.